Hey guys, it's Keith, and I'm here in one of my favorite playgrounds, a Class 4 or more or less abandoned dirt road at the Massachusetts-Vermont border. A place where only a dual sport can take you and you're not going to see many people. Well, I'm here today to wrap up my series on low buck modifications for the WR250R. I got the last two things done. I added a seat and I added some luggage, and I want to talk a little bit more in detail about those and then wrap it up about how everything works together. I'm into this bike for about $1,000 worth of modifications. I'm all done and I'm very happy with it. So let's take a closer look. The first thing I want to talk about is the seat. Now this is a Seat Concepts low seat for the WR. Cost $300. What I like about it is the top part here is wider than stock, so it really does a much better job of supporting your whole body and your rear end. You can see the Seat Concepts one is much wider. When you sit on the stock seat, it just feels like everything goes right into the middle of your body. Now, I've had some days on this with 150 miles, 200 miles, and it's been very comfortable. I could keep riding. It seems really ideal for doing multi-day trips. The stock seat was really literally a pain in the ass, and I'm very happy with this purchase here. So the other modification I've made since the last video is this giant loop Coyote Bag, which is, I believe, about 45 liters. It's got 3 dry bags inside of it, and it holds quite a bit of stuff. I took it on a recent camping trip, and I was able to put a sleeping bag, sleeping pad, a tent, a camping chair, my clothes, a towel, a tube for the tire, and some other stuff too, I can't recall. And the tent was a 2-person tent. It wasn't a small one. It swallowed everything really well and kept everything nice and tight. It's got a lot of straps for adjustability that keep the bag right where it belongs. No real complaints or issues with it. I had some concerns about the stitching when I first put it together, as it looked like in some spots the stitching was kind of stretched out, but it's held together really well. I had to relocate the heat shield here to keep the bag off. Now, at one point for the trip, the bag was resting right on the WR heat shield, and that caused some discoloration to the heat shield. So I decided to relocate the supplied heat shield, and that keeps the bag completely off the muffler shield on the WR. So I've been really happy with this. I was originally looking at a Moscow Reckless bag, the 45 liter, which would have cost about $500 when you looked at the shipping. But for $360, I've been pretty happy with the Coyote. I think it's going to work well for me. I just haven't tested the waterproof ability of it. It's got 3 dry bags inside of it, and they look like they'll do a pretty good job keeping everything nice and dry. So I've got about $1,000 worth of modifications in the WR. How does it all work? Well, it really works great. It's everything I need it to be. I needed for this bike to be a multi-day touring machine with some camping thrown in. The luggage does a great job of holding everything I need. The seat is comfortable. The convenience items I've added, like the 12-volt charger, the heated grips, the extra leads for heat, for the GPS, work really well. It enables me to stay on the road for several days and be completely comfortable. Have my phone charged. I can be nice and warm and dry in this crappy New England weather. It's about to rain right here. And for $1,000 I am done. I don't need one of those $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 builds that you read about online or in magazines. I feel like the WR is a great bike out of the box. I don't need to touch the suspension or the engine management systems. It's ready to go. Now, I've had some of my friends ride the bike, and I think they have kind of a universal reaction when they get off of it, is they start to think about a 250 for themselves. These bikes are so easy to ride off-road and in the dirt on these kinds of roads that we have here, these 2-track unmaintained roads, which are kind of sloppy right now. 250 is a great choice. I know that the WR is being discontinued, so for those of you interested, it's really a good time to be in the market for one. I hope these modifications have been helpful for some of you who are considering what to do with your own WR, don't want to spend a lot of money, but want to have a completely functional bike. If you have any questions or comments about the mods that I made, please drop them below. I had a lot of fun playing around with this bike. There won't be any more modification videos. It's time to just get out and ride it. As always, I appreciate the likes and the subscriptions. Check my channel for some other WR videos, and I'll see you next time. I gotta get out of here. It's starting to rain. Thanks. Bye.